Well, good morning and welcome to Vlog Every Day in April Day 22. It is about 8:15 on Wednesday morning and the sun is streaming through my window. I'm like, oh, hello, Mr. Sun. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm here to give a quick update. It's interesting because after my video yesterday on how to overcome inertia, I actually had a really good day. And I was using a lot of the techniques that I'd mentioned, kind of having a vision for what comes beyond this this period. But also, I'd read about on that website, greatday.org, just experiencing the moment and not resisting or fighting or getting frustrated and just enjoying where you are. And that was so helpful because I thought to myself, yeah, you are feeling this way and it's really frustrating in the moment, but you make a choice about how you react to that and how you feel. So you can either be frustrated or you can enjoy the aspects of the moment and choose to be, I think the term was productively busy or happy and productively busy. I'm like, okay, I'll choose to be productively busy. So a couple of really cool things that happened yesterday. It was a frustrating day. My boss was out of the office a lot, but there was a lot of sort of friction and tension, even though I was in the New York office. But my boss came back at about 6, and I was supposed to leave to go for dinner with a girlfriend, and my boss wanted to talk, so I'm like, all right, let me do that. So I had to sit down with my boss, and it ended up actually being really positive. So, and that was unexpected. So I'm like, I'll take it when I can get it. Sometimes you get a boost when you're not expecting it. So that was great. Then I left and I drove up to the Bronx to have dinner with a girlfriend at a restaurant called Zero Ottonove, which is it's a really fantastic Italian restaurant, Southern Italian cuisine in the Bronx. And it was a really neat evening because she and her, like I was calling her to tell her that I was going to be late and it wasn't going through, it was just going to voicemail, and I was like really, getting kind of worried because I'm like half an hour late at this point, and I walk in and she's sitting alone at the bar and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. She's like, oh, don't mind me, my phone died. So I'm like, okay. She said she was on the phone with her boyfriend trying to figure out how to get home. She had like 2%. She's like, babe, help me figure out how to get home. So he's like looking up how to get home for her. We were chatting about that because she's in a new relationship and they've been together for about 9 months now, and they're hitting just some, teething problems like you do when you're in a new relationship. She said they had a pretty big blowout on Saturday. It was loud. They both said some things. So we were chatting about that, and she's telling me, I explained my point, and then he explained his point, and we got really heated, and she goes, and he's here. And I'm like, excuse me? She's like very nonchalant. He's here. I just saw his car pull up. I'm like, excuse me? So I looked out, and sure enough, so he's parking on the curb across from the restaurant, gets out full suit, because he goes to work in a full suit. And I'm like, oh my gosh, and she had just been talking about how they'd had this big blowout and they were fighting and all this. So he comes in, he's looking great, he's just so friendly and really outgoing and just a sweet guy. I'm like, oh my gosh, your man totally came to surprise you here and hang out with you. So we had just ordered food, the food had just come, and like I had my drink and I'm like, you know what, this is you guys' night. So I took a sip, took a bite, and was like, there's plenty of pizza, you guys have fun. So I left them there and I went on my merry way, headed back home. I actually ended up taking my mom out for tea and we spent some mom-daughter time together, and that was my evening. And I'm like, you never know when you're gonna get a hand up. So that's my update for today, Wednesday, August 22nd. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't and you would like to, please subscribe. Would love to have you along for the ride. Thank you again and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.